Brian Carruthers, and I am actually a former real estate agent here in the Maryland, D.C. area. I actually share with you my story real quickly. I was actually born into a real estate family. My father built one of the largest real estate companies on the East Coast back in the 70s before he sold out to Merrill Lynch in 1981. And after 5 years, his non-compete ran out and decided to open the doors again and start a new company, knowing that my brother and I would get out of school in 91 and 92 respectively and possibly join him in building a family real estate company together. And that's exactly what we did. And it was a great time. We built a great company. My brother and my father were working really hard on expansion. I was mastering the craft of residential real estate sales. I was a rookie of the year, my first year in the business in Montgomery County, Maryland, and went on a couple years later to hit a six-figure income and started opening up offices from there. And I really enjoyed my real estate career. And I'm sure if you're a real estate agent or maybe a loan officer, you probably enjoy what you do too. It's thrilling. It's a challenge. It's how many people can you go out and help to get into their first home or get into their next dream home, and the commissions can be great. They can be great. But I learned a long time ago that you're only as good as your next sale. You wake up every single morning unemployed. And I learned that a long time ago because as I was selling houses, some months I had a bunch of houses that went to closing, and sometimes I had months where I had no closings. And so it was feast and it was famine. And when the real estate market, declined in 2007, 2007, 2008, and going forward, things changed. And so what happened is I decided to take a look at a side business project that was introduced to me by another fellow realtor. I was trying to hire him to come work for our family real estate company, but then he asked me a question. He said, "Brian, do you have any passive residual income coming in, or are you only basically leaning on or counting on, relying on the income that you're making from your real estate efforts?" And I said, "No, real estate's all I make money on." He said, "Look, how would you like to have a predictable, reoccurring revenue that came in even if you were not even working? Because if you stop selling houses, your income stops. But if you actually have a business that's recurring, that's residual in nature, if you stop, the income keeps coming in." He said, "But the question is, how many people do you know who have actually retired from money continue to follow them in?" In real estate, I've seen people in 10, 20, 30 years in the profession of selling homes. And they can never get off the treadmill. I mean, they're on the treadmill, for years. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. When they ever get off the treadmill, their income gets off with them. So I believe needs to have a plan B, a side business that they're building that has cash flow that comes in. So if they ever decide they want to get up off the real estate treadmill, their money can continue to flow. That's why I decided I wanted to get involved on a part-time basis with a side business. And I only had 5 minutes here, 10, 20 minutes there, probably 5 hours a week to devote to it because I was already working in my real estate career 60 and 70 hours. But I decided to do it, and I'm so glad I did. My first 12 months, this company generated over $248,000 in income for me with no employees, no overhead, no insurance, no boss, no commute, no stress, almost $250,000 my first year. I decided to leave the real estate business at that point, not at the beginning, but at that point, and then it escalated and escalated. Now my annual income in real estate has become my monthly income working for myself. I just want to encourage you. I know that you're probably very, very busy, that you love what you do. You're not looking for something else. I completely get that. But I implore you, take a look. Spend 10 minutes to evaluate why so, because they realize, hey, I would love to have residual income coming in. I can go out and buy a house for $250,000, hoping to get a $400 or $500 a month positive cash flow on an investment property, or I can actually put a little bit of time into a side business and make that kind of money on a weekly, monthly, or even a daily basis without having to invest $250,000 of money that I may or may not have available to invest. So I just want to encourage you, get back to the person who asked you to check out my little introduction here, because as a real estate professional, we have so many people that see the value in coming on board. We have a lot of fun, we help people, and we're making a whole lot of money, not only immediately, but that long-term residual retirement income is going to continue to come in, so there will truly be light at the end of the tunnel. You don't have to work the rest of your life if you actually do it right. Hopefully you get a chance to take a look at the information, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.